I will show you how to solve this Sudoku by using a simple trick that computer solvers absolutely hate. And with that, it's solving time. Start by looking for digit restrictions from 1 to 9. You might notice with the ones, there are no given ones, but they can only be in these two places in block 5, along with the 9. So that's a 1-9 naked pair. Greetings, friend. I want to thank Sulfur for this fantastic puzzle. He said that it contains a simple trick that computer solvers must hate because the computer solvers would not use it or show it in the solve path. But I will show you how to find and use this simple trick to solve this puzzle. First, you have to see how far you can get before getting stuck. Let's continue with the 2s. With all these 2s here, you might notice there's only 2 places for a 2 in block 1. So I'll mark that using Snyder notation. Anytime in 3x3 block, 2 possibilities for a candidate, you just mark it. Helps us find restrictions. And then also with this 2 and this 2, 2 places for a 2 in block 6. And with these 2s and this 2, Snyder 2s in block 8. Moving on to the 3s, you'll notice with these 2 3s and this 3, 2 places for a 3 in block 8. And there's no other restrictions with the 3s. Move on to the 4s. You'll notice with these 2 4s, Snyder 4s in block 4, but nothing else with the 4s. Let's move on to the 5s, and we'll actually get a solve here. With these 2 5s and these 2 5s, the only place to put a 5 in block 9 is right there. And then with this 5 and this 5, we have Snyder 5s in block 2, and with these 2 5s and the 5 right here, Snyder 5s in block 4. Okay, moving on to the 6s. You'll see that the 6s can only be in these 2 places in block 3. And since they're in the same row in block 3, they form a pointing pair. And so, because the 6 has to be somewhere in the block and it's restricted to row 2 here, you'll notice that a 6 can't be here anymore. And it can't be here because of these 6s, can't be here because of that 6. And so you can put Snyder 6s up there in block 1. Okay, also with the 6s, you can look in block 7 with this 6. 2 places for a 6 in block 7. And then in block 8 with these 2 6s, you can mark the 6s right there. Moving on to the 7s. With these 2 7s and this 7, got 7s right there. You notice we're not really solving too much yet, just putting a lot of marks in. But don't worry, we're going to get to the simple trick here. And then with this 7 and this 7, Snyder 7s in block 6. And in block 8, with these 2 7s and this 7, right there. Move on to the 8s. With this 8 and this 8, only 2 places for an 8 in block 2. And with these 2 8s, 2 places for an 8 in block 4. And then with this 8 and this 8, Snyder 8s in block 9. Okay, on to the 9s. We can do the 9s in block 5. Since I made the naked pair, I don't do the Snyder marks there. We made one solve here. So, solving tip, go back through, see if there's any other restrictions you can find with the earlier digits. And there happens to be. You'll see this 2 cuts across row 7. This 2 comes down, column 9. So you have a pointing pair of 2s now in block 9. And since 2s have to be in one of these spots, you can eliminate the 2 from here, displacing that Snyder mark and solving this cell now for a 2. And that is it for the easy strategies. According to the computer solver, that's all you're going to be able to find without doing something much harder. But this brings me to the question of the day. What experience do you have using a computer Sudoku solver? Please, please, please drop it in the comments. Help me grow the best Sudoku community on YouTube. It starts with your feedback. Please share it with me and the other viewers. So at this point, the computer goes through a series of advanced and highly advanced strategies to solve the next digit. It uses alternate inference chains, grouped nice continuous loops, fin swordfish, stuff I feature on my extreme and advanced Sudoku tutorials, skyscrapers, XY wings, you name it. But none of that is necessary to get the next digit. And Sulfur does a really great job. Good puzzle setters or creators will telegraph where you need to look. And you might notice there's several given digits here in the blocks 2, 3, 5, and 6. And also the name of the puzzle, consider that. He called it basket weave. So you're looking for a basket type thatching, weaving looking pattern here. And you'll notice that here in block 2, 4 places that are empty, 4 places in block 3, 4 places in block 6, and there's 2 places in block 5. But it does kind of resemble a little bit of a basket weave in there. I just highlighted all in the green. This is where you want to focus. You got to ask yourself a question. The greatest restriction is right here with these 1s and 9s. If you can eliminate one of those digits and solve for the other, it's going to open up some possibilities with this puzzle. Is there a way to do that? What you need to do is look right here. You got a 2, 5, 7, 8, 9 in block 3. So all we have left is a 1, 3, 4, or 6. You got a 6 in the column, 8. You got a 4 right there. And the rest of this can be 1, 3, 4, or 6. So you ask yourself this question. What if the 1's right here? What restriction does that place here in block 5? If a 1's right there, and we'll put it in orange, then a 1 can't be in these 2 spots in block 6. It actually has to be right here, in one of those spots. Which means that if a 1's in one of those spots, this cannot contain a 1, right? Cannot contain a 1. If the 1's right there. Same thing, if a 1's right there, same thing happens. These have to be a 1, can't have a 1 right there. Okay, so if a 1's in one of these spots, you put a 1 in one of these spots, and so we know this cannot contain a 1. So let's look, where else could a 1 be in block 3? It can be in one of these 2 spots, and we can look at them both at the same time. If a 1's in one of these 2 spots, where can it be in block 2? It has to be one of those spots right there, and this cannot contain a 1. We know 1 would have to be in one of those spots. So if a 1's here, this cannot contain a 1. If a 1's here, this can still not contain a 1. This is beautiful logic that Sulfur put here. And it's pretty simple to see, right? You just look, where can a 1 be here, and what does that do to block 5? And you use the little thatching and the coloring to figure that out. And you can see pretty clearly that in no situation, no matter wherever you put a 1 here, can you have a 1 in this cell. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, let's see how far you can get before you reach another hurdle and get stuck. So you can solve that for a 9, which means this can be a 1. Where do we go from here? Since you add a 1 here, you put more restriction in row 4. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need a 7, 8, 9. So we can solve all 3 of those cells by neat, naked, triple trick. You might notice an 8 and 9 both look at this cell, and the 9 looks at this cell. So you can solve all 3, because this has to be your 7. The only place the 9 goes right there means that has to be your 8. Okay, after row 4, let's go down to row 9. And what I'd look at is you need to look at these heavy houses. So these are the houses, row, column, or block that contains at least 5 digits. So you have a 2, 4, 5, 7, 9 here, which you need a 1, 3, 6, and 8. You might see a 1, 3, and 8 are all in column 6. So that's a naked single 6. And then you'll see that the 8 and 3 both look at this cell, so that has to be your 1. And then you have an 8 right here, so this has to be your 3, and that's going to be a 3 in the corner, bum, bum, bum. And that's going to be your 8, displaced in this Snyder 3. And this one displaced that Snyder 6. So we've made some great solves here. Now, where do you need to look? You can follow these 8s and notice that you can displace that Snyder 8 and solve for an 8 in block 2. And then let's look down column 6 now. Again, heavy houses. You got 7 digits filled out. We're just missing a 4 and a 9. Because you got a 9 right here, this has to be your 4, and that's going to be your 9. And then where's a 9 go in block 7? It's got to be right there. Only digit left is an 8, which allows you to displace the Snyder 8. Solve that for an 8, displacing the Snyder 2. And I love gobbling up all of these marks. If you're gobbling up the marks, like you do here, to displace that Snyder 2 and solve this for a 2, you know you are making progress. The more solved digits you get, the closer you get to the finish, right? And so what you have left here is a 1 and a 3. I got my 3 right here. This has to be a 3, and that's going to be your 1. Now what can we do? You might notice that with this 4 coming down, only place for a 4 in block H right there, which would leave you a nice 1, 7 naked pair. If we come across row 8, you just need a 1 and a 7 left. Well, you got the 1 right there, so that's got to be your 7. That's going to be your 1. That's going to be your 7. Nice. And then check out how this 4 works. Since the 4 cuts across here, and this can no longer be a 4 or a 1. Can't be a 3 either. That's going to be your 6. But more importantly, you got these 4s as a pointing pair now. And so the 4s can't be anywhere else in the column. So 4 can't be here. With this 4 can't be here. So you can actually solve this cell now for a 4, which leaves you with a 1 and a 6. And with this 6, there's your 6 and there's your 1. So we'll continue to clean up all these marks. And since you have a 3 right here and a 1 right here, this has to be your 4, and then that's going to be your 3, and we can put a 1 right there. Awesome. So where do you go from here? You might want to look and notice that you have a 1 and a 5 right there, so we can make those marks, but we can do better than that. You got a 8 right here with these two 8s, so you can solve for an 8 here in block 1. Displace that Snyder 7. Awesome. And then with these two 7s and this 7, you can solve for a 7 right there, which gives you a 5 and a 2. Well, with this 2, you know you can solve that for a 2. Displace that Snyder 5. And so with these 5s and with this 5, you can put 5s right there. All right, can we do better than that? Sure. Because we're looking right here, we need a 1, 3, and a 4. And so you might see the 1 and 3 right here means this has to be your 4. And then the only place left for the 6 is right there, because that can't be a 6. And you just need a 2 and a 3 right here. Well, with this 2, that's your 2, and that's going to be your 3. So you can solve for the 3 and the 1 here in block 4. This has got to be your 1, disambiguating the 5, 1 right there, displacing that Snyder 5. So you can solve this for 5, and our last digit is a 4. Now see if you can solve this next puzzle easier than a computer. Thank you so much for watching.